Okay, if we're going to want to rank our website in the top positions on Google, we need to decide what keyword or key phrase we want to target. There's little point if you've got a local driving school in, covering, say, the Ashford area. There's no point trying to target a key phrase like driving schools. Mainly because you're going to receive untargeted hits. But just look at the competition for driving schools. 7.5 million competing websites, and this is google.uk.co.uk, by the way, not google.com, and that'll be an awful lot more. To try and rank for this sort of phrase, driving schools, you're competing, not only with driving schools directory, but the likes of the AA, learnerdriving.com, which is LDC, Go Reds, a lot of big names. It's not impossible to do, but there's little point for a local driving school. So if I want to get my driving school notice in Google, and I want my main work in Ashford, so let's have a look at driving schools Ashford as a key phrase. Okay, that's a bit better. It's still quite a lot, but 416,000 competing websites. And let me just have a scroll down to see where I rank there. There we go, down there, and that is position 21, which in actual fact is not too bad, but we want to get it within the first 10 results, which is the first page of the Google results. Now, that seems quite a lot, doesn't it? Competing web pages, which it is. But the search we've done here for driving schools Ashford, the results returns are going to include websites that mention driving and schools and Ashford. If we want to see how many websites are competing for the exact term driving schools Ashford, so their websites will have been optimized for that actual key phrase, we can do a search in inverted commas, and let's see how that comes out. Okay, so there's only 14 in the UK that actually target driving schools Ashford, and I don't think my little website features. No, it doesn't. Okay, so I think that's going to be relatively easy to rank in the first page if we optimize the website for driving schools Ashford. Okay, so let's go back the search results for driving schools Ashford. What I want to have a look at is what Google's cache of my website is like. So if you find the entry and then click on cache, and I thought I had it. Oh yes, there it is. Okay, so Google cached this on the 2nd of January 2008, and this is what the website looks like in their records. But you need to bear in mind that Google and all the search engines are not interested in graphics. They can't read them, it means nothing to them. So let's just see what text they have in their cache or their records. So you can see there's nothing there now for those graphics. I didn't put any alt tags in there, and I'll talk more about that later. So this is what they're actually seeing, and it doesn't actually say driving schools Ashford there. It mentions driving, it mentions Ashford, it doesn't even mention schools. So quite how I've got to rank 21 is a mystery, but we're going to improve on that. One thing I'd mention, by the way, this website here was literally knocked up many years ago, and it hasn't been optimized whatsoever. Like most people building a website for the first time, they put information in there that that they feel is going to be useful to potential pupils, visitors. But it's not optimized at all for the search engines. Didn't really know anything about them at the time. Okay, so in the next videos I'll be showing you how we can optimize this page. So it still reads well for our visitors, but it reads well also for the search engines. Actually, just to clarify, I do know why we're ranking for driving schools Ashford. As I mentioned, schools is not mentioned in the web page itself, but if you have a look here, these terms only appear in links pointing to this page. So I've obviously got inward links that mention schools. So, obtaining links into your website is very important, and I'll be talking about that more later on. And that's what we call, off-site optimization. Initially, what we're looking at is on-site optimization, getting our website as good as we can before we start getting links into it. If you want to find the Google cache of your website, but you can't find it in the search results, rather than clicking through pages and pages of search engine results, what you can do in the Google search box is type in site, S-I-T-E, and colon, and then your website address, and that will list all the pages of your website that Google has indexed. So here's the All Drive home page, and so you can press and click on cache from there.